up?
Another day in sunny paradise.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Yo, some people just be tripping. Like, oh my goodness, be tripping. Welcome to the Lit Squad podcast with Belia and J Guns representing tonight. The team that we do. You guys know the drill. You can jump in anytime that you feel you want to get on a topic or you want to just get some flavor in the mix and feel like talking about anything. That's just how we are. That's just what we do. This is just what we do. We just talk and just enjoy the vibe of people on a just craziness everywhere we go. I don't know. I got some fucked up ass vibe a little minute ago from somebody who wanted to be sending me a fucked up ass message about trying to hate, like trying to act like I'm somebody I'm not and talking all craziness. Like, you got to wonder where
Okay,
people minds be at sometimes, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
bro. Oh my God.
And that
It's
shit was,
always
and it was
something,
on
I'm
from
telling
Sunday.
you.
What's today anyway? That means it was a week
Today's
ago that I got that message
Saturday.
and I'm just reading it now. Like, I don't need that negative bullshit. Keep that shit to your
Nah,
motherfucking self.
indeed,
What's wrong with
indeed. Got
people?
enough of that shit rolling around already. Try to stay off that fucking negative shit.
I'm telling you, there's so many people so negative and so nasty out there, and then they be all phony and fake and shit, acting like they cool and shit, and then they just hate you. I don't know what's going on. It's enough going on in the world with the political shit that is like a shit show,
Right,
you know, and then you got
right,
all of this people just gossip and negative and so many negative vibes everywhere. Let's bring everybody out of those negative vibes for a moment. I want everybody
right,
that's watching us, whenever you get to watch this, actually smile. Smile for a moment. Have a great
right.
night. You are alive. You are well. What's up, Raysean74 underscore? I see you there, bro. If you want to jump in with us, you're more than welcome to join us on this
Mm-hmm.
presentation tonight of this live stream. And anybody else that's jumping in, smile, guys. You're alive. You made it to another yet Saturday. What do you think about that, J Guns? I like the blanket you got. At least that's cool. What's up? Much love,
Right?
family.
The backfire, dude. That's that throw over. It's
Yeah,
a
looks like you have
it's
your.
actually it's actually a suit to be honest with you. Like, let me just stop playing
Well,
with you. I put that over the pillow because it's the softest thing in the
well, you
room.
know what? Congratulations to J Guns. The PZ Show Master has a new apartment he is in that is very looking very comfortable and very nice. Hopefully,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness,
I'm,
I
I'm
feel
actually.
great.
I got some mixing in myself. I might be heading out of here soon and end up in another place myself. But this will be my final stop because I'm looking into buying. So that's something I've been on the hush
Hmm.
with. We all got to
It
try to
is. It
figure
is
it
a
out.
thing, yo. We all gotta come up some kind of
Exactly.
way at this point, yo. We've been struggling, striving, doing everything we gotta do. We can't help that we're good people and try to stay on on the straight and narrow, and everybody else trying to play cookie crooked jives. Like,
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
know, so we live in a world where, you know what I'm saying, it's so confusing outside nowadays, especially. And I believe, in my own personal opinion, a lot of us are just caught up in what we seeing instead of understanding that the world has been developed in a way, especially in the United States, for people to be like disillusioned.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You could definitely be caught up in a whirlwind of a Twilight Zone like situation if you aren't paying attention to what's real and what's not. So the thing that gets me now is, what I've started realizing in the media of like months and weeks to, a month and a half now, especially seeing as though we've gotten into the first 30 days of this new administration. It's been quite a experience to sit here and, like, bring you guys some of these conversations about the things that are taking place that are affecting everyday
Yes.
people,
Definitely.
to the things
Definitely.
that are
Listen.
going on,
The
just,
segment
I'm saying,
itself.
small spectrums
The
on us.
segment itself, We the People, that Jay Guns does for the Lit Squad podcast, is something that has been added to the show because of the need of we the people to be able to discuss this in layman's terms to everybody who's having a difficult
Right.
time out there, understanding what our governmental system is actually doing to us and how it will really affect us. Okay, so I know there's a lot of
Yes.
much love I seen the hearts. So much love to all of you guys that watch us and do your wonderful
Yeah.
music and every other connection that we have with you. But let me tell you something. We are here to educate. Okay? It's not
Right.
about
Right.
hating and drama and all of the rest of like everybody else online that's been driving me like, what the fuck?
Right.
But we're not about that
I
here.
mean, I look at the segment I do as more of
You
a
said love
message
what you're
to you
doing. We
guys,
love
just to
we
give
love
you,
you too.
you know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
send out your music so that we could play it on the next show or something, Rayshon.
Right.
You could come up with us and talk about these topics as well. This is for the musicians like Fubu, for us, by us. We are musicians that are here to talk
Mm-hmm.
about the intelligent portion of political things that are happening. None of us like politics, but at this point, we went from an underground
Yeah.
musician and producer support show to partially a political view for the people that are, into musician work. So if you've been in somewhere in the
We're out
entertainment business
here.
and you're watching the Lit Squad podcast, we always talk about music and we promote the underground people to come out. We love doing that. But because of the circumstances in the last 30 days, we have been going through so
Hmm.
much that, the Peasy show had to mix with the Lit Squad podcast and bring out We the People segment so you guys can understand we as the people of the United States of America and what is going on underneath our noses in
Right.
layman's terms to let you understand the things that's happening, like talking about the $500 million shipments that came into our coastline, and Elon Musk and Trump decided to turn them away. Now nobody talks about how the farmers didn't get paid as well because of they didn't get that what they needed on those boats to be able to have people, you know, there's going to be no crops. So they need to be able to do that. They
Yeah. Well,
they got
you're adding
immigrants
to
that had
that
to leave. So
insult to the
who's
injury,
picking up
but
them
the
vegetables
thing
out
that
there?
I noticed, the biggest part of like they pulled
Education.
back
Did you see the
our
education?
aggregation.
Hello,
Our education
education,
is
bro.
pulled back. I mean, they're rolling that whole thing. They're about to start shutting down the public education. Our public schools are about to go down, like
Hmm.
because they just put this lady in it's funny, the last time anybody even remembered this lady, she was getting DDT'd by her daughter on a fucking mat, you know what I mean, in a wrestling match. It's funny how we've taken characters that were straight up characters from a newscaster, an anchor from Fox, to a freaking
A bunch of
uh,
20 year
a
olds inside of the
female,
treasury messing
the
around.
wife of a, yeah, yeah, like the wife of the president of the of the
Crazy.
WWE, who's also involved in like his own sex scandals and shit. But she's now the director of of our public education system, and then the news anchor is completely ridiculous and thinks that all women and anyone who's LGBTQ, if they're in the army or the military, they don't deserve to be there. Like, how do you say that when before we even started putting pressure on eyeballs on those particular individual people, they were already a part of the military, secretly joining without even them knowing that that was their status. So as we put a preference on a person nowadays, you now
Bro,
want to
yeah,
discriminate
I'm
against
listening
these
to you, but
people.
I think that you have to
There's
flip your camera because not
uh,
and
uh,
nobody knows he's blind, and his camera is facing his legs instead of facing his face. So we can actually see your legs
uh,
and your shorts right now. I don't know if you were trying to do
hold
that.
up. Yeah, I
Ah,
was.
there
I
you
was,
go.
my bad. So there we go. We're
Jay,
back.
yeah,
We're
Jay
back to
Guns
the
is a
front.
blind rapper
We're back to
and
the
he is
front. My feet
awesome.
were pedicured
But
the
I
other
got
day, so
you, bro.
apologize for that. I got to see the petty toes.
You look so
The petty
happy. You look
toes.
so, you know what? God bless you. God bless
But
you that you're
anyway,
doing good in
but
this
it's
new house.
crazy though. Y'all, we really have to, like, you know what I'm saying, knuckle down and find out what's taking place, what's really going on outside, because all these things that the new administration are putting out there are things that are hurting all of
Exactly.
us. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that still gets up every day, goes to work Monday through Sunday, Y'all know what time it is, man. This is us that they're taking out right now. This is us they're messing with. You know what I'm saying? I got into a conversation with somebody. It was on X, no doubt. We were talking about how there was an article that expressed how over the some odd 30 some odd years now, almost 40 years now, they're saying basically that immigration has been the number one cause in decline for the African American community as it stands because of due to the fact that the more that we have accepted immigration, the less it has valued the rights of like the minority groups that were still here that would have been here. So it's like
What?
they're basically trying in the article they were basically trying to say that because of immigration, African American in America have declined in progression or in productivity, and they're, the ones
How?
especially the
Wait a minute,
low
wait a minute. One thing
education.
got nothing to do with the other. I don't understand that entire thing you're talking about. First of all,
You- I'll show you the
yeah, well,
article.
of course they would say
There
something like
was an
that. No,
argument
you
on
think
it.
about it, we are becoming the majority and not the minority. That's a big issue that's been going on for the last couple of decades. And
Absolutely.
we actually are
Right,
pretty intelligent, from Latino to African American culture being joined for
right.
so many years. And everybody that's coming in from every other country gives their flavor of foods. And without those large tariffs, we actually were able to have festivals and food and great activities that's going on to be multicultural, to teach our children
Mm-hmm,
different
mm-hmm,
things. And the educational system never really even paid enough for our kids' educations as it is. They took out cursor and home
nope,
economics and all type of things for these kids. As it was, they were cutting budgets and cutting budgets. To cut it all the way, what are you trying to do? Like make sure just the freaking rich kids are running the world and the poor kids are not going to be existing because they can't count? I mean, what's the point
right.
of that? No, not everybody can afford private school for children, and a lot of
No,
these programs, like shout out to Step Up because my son was on that scholarship for a while. That wasn't enough money for private school. Still wanted $3,000, $4,000 on the side from the $8,000 or $10,000 they gave us. It didn't make a difference. It was still every private school was $10,000 to
mm-hmm,
$13,000 that was having to be paid. So, you think then they cut all of these fundings, 200 years of all of this stuff that we're losing now. People,
right.
you need to, like, I know nobody wants to do politics and everybody's like, fuck that shit. I got to go back to work. I got to worry about everything. You guys need to focus that it will barrel down to your actual door of your homes when you can't get
Yes,
food. National emergency inside of the White House declaring us to have an energy efficiency issue or some shit. Bullshit. You guys need to wake
right.
up and realize that there is a lot that is going on, and hopefully you're preparing yourselves. Okay, walkie talkies that are long distance
Mm-hmm,
range that have NOAA. If nobody knows what that is, you want to, that you want to have one of those. That's to know the weather system in America from the government when they drop it. Okay, just in case
right.
you ain't got no TV left because power might not be a thing one next couple of months. I don't know, and that means
I mean, it's
wars.
getting to that point right now, especially because we're looking at so much going on that he's been pulling us away from. The agricultural department, when he pulled out of the minority agricultural department, that took away those jobs and those opportunities for minorities and black people alike, actually, to freaking get scholarships to like become farmers or own their own farming land and all that stuff. So like, it's very, very difficult to see all of this stuff taking place. You understand he just put out a bleep, whatever the hell he wanted to call that, uh, about calling himself a king. You know what I'm saying? Like
He
this
called
guy is
himself
really
a king.
losing his
I,
mind,
I don't
and
know
you
if you've
guys
seen it.
who accepted the application of him being your
Did you
president
see?
Really
Did you
just
see that
stepped in a
though?
wad of
Bro,
shit.
did you see that he called himself a king and then Elon Musk went and said for the forthcoming leader or king that he has that's coming into place or something on another. I gotta send that to you. So who what are we these people are crazy. If we wanted to get a crackhead and make him a president, that probably would have worked out a little better.